Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back again here on a Monday night for the Crooked Line Short Track Oval Racing League's Monday Night Gauntlet. Tonight, super late models at Nashville Fairgrounds. So, 100 laps here tonight. Only 11 drivers managed to show up here tonight, which is, that kind of sucks. So, wish more people would show up, get some more cars out here. But you know what? These are the regulars. These are the guys that we watch week in and week out, so I'm glad that they showed up nonetheless. Little quick update last week. The winner of the race, Hunter Lagunas, was not the race winner. It was deemed afterwards that Raymond was the race winner because they were on a call your own caution, as you will. And that basically means when Hunter got into the back of Raymond, which brought out the yellow flag, yeah, he didn't claim it, so that put him to the end of the line. Or it should have, at least in race, but it didn't. So, unfortunately, the win did not go to him, so that means there's $30 on the line tonight for the back-to-front challenge. About a minute 40 left here on the clock in practice. And as you see, Scotty Stevens actually goes top of the board in the number 2 machine. Keep an eye on Scotty here tonight because Alex Harris was actually holding on to that top spot there in practice for the majority of the practice. I do apologize. Trying to get back in the swing here. It was a long week out there on the road. Long week. Just trying to get back in the swing of things here. But about a minute and 10 left. Ladies and gentlemen, you know the deal. It's time to head down trackside for pre-race ceremony. So if you could please rise and remove your hats for tonight's national anthem. All right, thank you very much, Joshua Rutherford, for a fantastic rendition of our national anthem. Ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mullet Music Productions over on YouTube. Give him a subscription and check out his most recent live performance posted just on Sunday. Getting into qualifying here. Let's see who is one of the first drivers out. Looks like Jason Bauer. And I'm going to say I love that paint scheme, that old Casey Kane Mopar paint scheme. Just there's something about it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the white and the blue mixed together. I don't know. I don't even like Mopars, but the scheme itself is awesome. It's pretty sweet, if I do say so myself. But coming out of turn 4 here, lap number 1 for Jason Bauer. 19.05 so far, fast time on the board. First driver to set a time. We also have Raymond and Tanner Marr and Jason Day out on track. Now keep an eye on Jason Day. Day is still trying for redemption from the initial run, or the first race, I should say. First race. Running a really interesting groove here. He's got quick time right now, 17:75. Last time by was an 18.05, so hopefully that's 17.75, 7.4 on your screen, 7.5 on timing and scoring. Hopefully that sticks. How about Tanner Marr, 17.87? good enough for second place here. Larry Bell is currently out on track right now as well. Looks like Brian Zimmerman's getting ready to go. Larry Bell just took the green flag, so on his first lap for the number 43. All right, kick that up just a little bit. Hopefully the car engines sound good. Probably get louder when we get more cars out on track. Kyle Wellman, second fastest. Larry Bell, first time in 18.01. 18.01 for the 43 of Larry Bell. Looks like he's going to go second fastest for Bell, 17.85. So about a 10th off from Jason Day. Really good time. Now, Scotty Stevens is out on track. He managed to put it up on the top in practice. Let's see what he can do here in qualifying. First time, 17.87. Big time loose out of turn number 4. Not going to help him there. 18.19 on the second lap for the number 2 of Scotty Stevens. Brian Zimmerman. First lap, 17.91. Out of turn 4. Kind of had to breathe the throttle just a little bit. Does it hurt him? Does it help him? Quick time, number 28 of Brian Zimmerman, 17.68. What a lap. Great lap out of Zimmy. About a minute and a half left to go. The question is, Tom is doing race control. So let's, let's just bring them up now before we get the grid going here. Brian Zimmerman, Sam in the booth, you got me.
I got you, Sam.
Hey, it looks like you're going to hang on to the pole here tonight, so we got to ask you, you want to do it? Back to front challenge, $30.
Oh, that's a big temptation. $30 is a lot of money. It's a short field. I think that I'm going to have to pass tonight. I just, this car's pretty loose. I think we're going to see some spins early, and I don't want to drive through that. I think I'm going to pass on the challenge, although it's very tempting.
All right,
but
man.
I think I'm going to pass, but I appreciate the offer.
All right, hey, you have every right to pass on it, and I'll let you get back down there, and good luck tonight.
All right, buddy. Thank you.
Let's see here. There we go. Did I get him? Yeah, I got him. All right, cool. You heard it there, folks. He's going to pass on it. So that means it goes to $40 next week. Y'all really just want to take my money. I mean, that's really what it is. I think that's really what it is. They just want to take my money, ladies and gentlemen. You know what time it is. Let's go through that grid. Brian Zimmerman going to be starting on the pole here tonight. Jason Day in second. Larry Bell in third. Kyle, the wild man Wellman, going to be starting in fourth. Alex Harris going to be starting in fifth. Remember, Harris was quickest in practice until Scotty Stevens knocked him down. Watch these two throughout the night. They could have just been playing some games there during qualifying. Who knows? Tanner Marr going to be starting in sixth. Scotty Stevens in seventh. Jason Raymond going to be rolling off in eighth with Jason Bauer in ninth. Brandon Mettler in 10th. Hunter Lagunas in 11th. Looks like Hunter he made it into session, so it's good to see 27 out on track. And old lucky dog, Jeffrey Miller, going to be starting in 12th. That's the whole field, ladies and gentlemen. Not sure if we're still waiting on one car to grid. Not sure exactly what we're waiting for here. It looks like just waiting on the grid to finish up. I don't know who didn't. Looks like everybody gridded up, just nobody's moving. Come on, boys, put it in gear. Let's go. 125 laps apparently tonight. I thought it was only 100. So, already making me a liar. There we go. Lights are off on the pace car. Going to go around one more time. Flagman got the one finger in the air. One lap to green here tonight. Zimmy passed on it. That's the first pass we've had for the back to front challenge. Can't be mad at it. Sometimes you got to just go for the points. Here we go. 12 drivers, 125 laps. It's a Crooked Line Gauntlet live from Nashville. Let's get it on. Not a good launch for Ryan Zimmerman. So we go barreling down into turns 1 and 2. Jason Day going to take the lead immediately in 1 and 2. Down the back straight for the first time here, going down into turns 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. Jason Day, Brian Zimmerman, Kyle, the Wildman Wellman. Everybody's starting to single file out a little bit. Jason Day's going to go around. Caution flag out on the speedway. Oh, what in the world happened to Jason Day? Old Jason, what happened, buddy? Did Zimmerman and Day make contact is the question. So let's bring it back here. Yeah, it looks like Zimmy just kind of came off the corner and maybe got into the back of Day. Let's get a better angle here. Yep, just gave him a shot. Not really much you can say about that. Just, you know, hard racing on lap 1 and boom. That's not good for Day. I tell you what, Jason Day's luck in this series, ladies and gentlemen, has just not been the best at all. So, you know, Zimmerman, though, looks like we do have race control, so Tom freed us up in the booth. Shout out, Tom. Also, if anybody's watching, throw a happy birthday out in chat for my girlfriend. It is her birthday today. So Zimmy's going to go to the rear of the field on that one. I'm going to turn my microphone up just a little bit. I think we need it. Maybe even like up to there. So if someone's watching out in chat, y'all can let me know if it's too loud or if it's peaking or whatever it's doing. Just let me know. So that puts Wildman Wellman up on the point. Wellman's going to take the outside, going to give Tanner Marr the inside. Now, that's actually rather interesting. Not sure if that outside line is going to fire off the way Wellman wants it to, but we're going to find out here with the pace lights off. Getting ready to go back green flag racing. Green flag back out in the air. The Wellman making me look like a fool here tonight. That outside lane launched really well. So we got it first side-by-side back here with Lando Alex Harris. Bell backs out of it, single file, back to the top 5. Who's that making a move on the outside? That's Hunter Lagunas. Made a big move to the outside of Larry Bell. Now looking to the inside of the 74. Battle for the 4th position. Last time by 1841 for Alex Harris. Fastest lap of the race thus far, but I don't think that's really going to matter too much here in another couple of laps. I think somebody else is going to snag that away. Medler gets around Tanner Mars. Marr gets loose coming out of turn number 4, so a lot going on here. Side by side here, the number 27 with Tanner Marr. That is a battle for 3rd spot. Definitely have to turn that down just a bit. I think it's peaking just a hair, but that's all good. Still working with this new audio interface, ladies and gentlemen, so things may sound a little off. Just let me know. I'm working on it. Not a big deal. Back up to the front, it's still Kyle the Wildman Wellman leading the way. Brandon Mettler now 2nd. Wellman. Lap 11 here of 125. Still a long way to go. As I'm just trying to make a few minor adjustments here on the back end, ladies and gentlemen, so I do apologize for that. Just trying to see if I can't make this microphone sound a little bit better. On my end, it sounds really weird, so I don't know how it sounds on y'all's end. If it sounds good, just let me know. Now, Wellman and Mettler are on a breakaway, you could say, but again, these drivers do not get any more sets of tires. This is it for the evening. You can pick for fuel as many times as you want, but you ain't getting no fresh rubber. Hunter Lagunas is running 3rd. Tanner Marr holds on to 4th. Alex Harris runs in 5th. Larry Bell back there in 6th. Scotty Stevens 7th. Jason Day in 8th. And Zimmerman. Now see, Zimmerman didn't want to start in the back, and he ended up putting himself back there anyway. He should have taken the challenge. Raymond, number 49 back here in 10th, was struggling a little bit in practice. Said he would figure it out in the race. Has not moved anything just yet. He's actually lost 2 spots. Now, Wallman's got a win in this series already. Up against the outside wall, allows Mettler to take a peek to the inside. Battle for the race lead here on lap 17. Side by side coming off turn number 4. That time by, looks like give it to Wellman. Mettler's going to have to slide back down. He does not. He does not slide back behind Wellman. He's going to take a peek to the inside again, but just cannot carry that momentum up off the corner. Can't get back into the throttle soon enough. Wellman actually set the fastest lap on lap 11 with a 17.891. Laguna is not really gaining too much time right now. Look at the gap. It's basically a full straightaway right now. We go on in-car on board with Hunter Lagunas. But again, that could be by design. I mean, we could see Wellman here. Wellman could start fading, so could Mettler. These guys, this is something we see with these two at least. Unless Wellman's kind of like working his way through the field, but we've seen him with Mettler the last few races. Just kind of goes all out. So you don't know when that next caution's going to fly. It might not fly at all, and that's the biggest thing, right? You got to put yourself in position. you got a two-car breakaway up front. That's Wellman and Mettler. Then you go back to Hunter Lagunas and Alex Harris, another two-car kind of breakaway from the rest of the field, because then you go back to Tanner Martin in fifth. How about this one? Brian Zimmerman got around Jason Day. He's now back up to sixth. I'm telling you, I think Zimmy should have taken that back to front challenge. That's just how I feel about it. I think he should have done it. And if he wins tonight, he's going to be kicking himself, you know, in the rear for it. Looking to the inside of Tanner Marr, going to snag that position with ease. Put Brian Zimmerman inside the top five. Back up in front. Kyle Wellman still leads the way here on lap 26. Coming to take lap number 27. Brandon Mettler runs second. Just can't seem to get a run on Wellman. Oh, big time wiggle out of Wellman. Now the drivers were talking about this pre-race, saying how the car gets really loose. Mettler looking to the inside. Once again, battle for the race lead here. Just, oh, it looks like he kind of clipped the apron right there. Kind of bottomed out the front end of the car. Almost pushed him up the racetrack. Now he's going to enter a little bit higher. You see Wellman kind of defending that low line. That's where Mettler's been running the past few laps. I think Wellman saw that. Harris still hasn't been able to get to the back bumper of that 27. Last time by, actually, I'll tell you who's running the fastest right now, ladies and gentlemen, is this number 28 machine. He's got a long way yet, still plenty of time to get there. And I like the line Zimmerman's running here. Let's go on board here with him for a lap. That time by, yeah, he was still the fastest car inside the top five. Wellman just a touch slower. Everybody else was about a tenth or so more slower than this car right here. Brian Zimmerman, the number 28. Battle for the race lead once again. Side by side, Mettler and Wellman. Wellman, you know, is not going to give it up easy. We don't call him the wild man for nothing. Oh, gets the wall out of 2. Almost said 4. Yeah, he's still hanging tough, though. He's got to watch. Might bend something in that right front, knock the toe out, and not be able to turn that race car like he wants to. I think Wellman's starting to struggle here. May have burned his stuff up. New race leader here on lap 36. No, not just yet. Not going to call it until he gets clear. He's got him right here. New race leader, Brandon Mettler on lap 37. Go back here to Jason Day. Unfortunately, man got spun there on the start and just has not been able to recover. Maybe trying to save tires, but again, you gotta find that sweet spot between saving your tires and pushing. Because I mean, these guys are just gone right now. Jason Day is actually 7 seconds off the back bumper of the race leader. Problems for Wellman one more time. I think he's overdriving that race car. Let's go on board with Wellman. He's going to have to just take a deep breath here, get back in the groove. Oh, one in the wall there. I think that was Jeffrey Miller. It is. Something big time broke. Big time broke for the 78 here. 79. Whatever car number he wants. He's a lucky dog. He's trying to get it down off the track. And I'm actually really shocked that iRacing did not trigger a caution on that one. Just trying to limp it back to pit road. He's doing exactly what he needs to do. So good job out of Miller. Very good job. And just be careful. You don't want to bring it back up onto the racetrack. He's got that thing cranked hard left trying to get that thing back to pit road. A lot of problems there for Miller. Let's actually see if we can't see what happened to him here. Just looped it all by himself. And he was able to get it going, and I think that's why it didn't trigger a caution. Interesting. Mettler now a 1.4 second lead over Wellman. Wellman has fallen back to Hunter Lagunas. And lap times are really starting to plateau out here, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody in the top running 18.4s and 5s. Zimmy hasn't been able to go much further with it. Kind of watching this three-car battle right here. That's Lagunas, Harris, and Wellman. That was a good line there for Lagunas. Nice dirt line. Entered real high, pulled it down late to straighten out the exit of the corner, trying to get a run on that 42. He's got to get around him if he's going to want to go run down Mettler. Real close there, almost a little bit of contact. Some good racing here. So Lagunas makes his way around to Wellman. That puts him up to second. Now can he run down Mettler? And you know, if I'm Mettler right now, you're riding. You don't want to burn them tires up. There's still a while to go. You got 75 laps to go now as they cross the line. So still a long way to go. You burn that right front up, you blow a tire, I mean, you're done. You can't take more tires. That's your race. He's been pushing since the go, so just keep an eye on him. That's all we can do. Last time by, Mettler was the fastest at 18:31. And everybody's really starting to spread out here. No battles going on just yet. That doesn't mean anything, and I'm still really surprised to see this. Maybe that rear end damage, you kind of see the back end there on Day's car kind of crinkled up a little bit. I'm wondering if that is hurting him, which it very well could be. Last time by, leader with an 18.30. Lagunas with an 18.46. Mettler's got it figured out. Let's go on board and see what Mettler's doing. Ooh, little wiggle right there. I mean, he is just gone. 3 seconds right now. Separates Mettler from second place. That's insane. See, Harris trying to make a move. We got a battle on track, everybody. Hang on. Hold on now, Harris. Look to the inside of Wellman. Couldn't get there. Never mind, I spoke too soon. Looks like Scotty Stevens made his way around Tanner Marr. But Scotty up to 6th. Right now, it's all Brandon Mettler. 3.2 second lead right now. Last time by, though, Lagunas was a little bit quicker. That time by, everybody was pretty much even. Top 3 of 44, 48, 47. And Harris with a 46, Zimmerman with a 41. So Zimmy was actually the quickest out of the top 5 last time by. But I mean, it's just everybody's tires and everything, I think right now has plateaued so much that nobody can just do anything. You almost wish NASCAR was doing race control here and they could just throw a phantom debris caution. Stack them back up, see what can happen. But not here, not at the Gauntlet. Speaking of which, schedule for the Gauntlet up on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. We are in race 3 right now, heading to race 4 next week. After that, we'll only have 6 more to go. What happened to Alex Harris? Oh, uh-oh. Did problems for Harris. Oh! Killed the outside wall. Then just pulls it down pit road and just calls it a day. One more time. Let's go to the far chase here. Watch how hard he hits this wall. Boom! I don't know if he was... It's like he followed Wellman up off the corner, but like, watch right here. There's a bump right there. Boom, hits that wall. Oh man, that's unfortunate. You hate to see it. I hate to say this, ladies and gentlemen, but with such a small field, there's not a whole lot to talk about when they get this spread out. We're just kind of watching for stuff like that. Harris with problems, and Lagunas has lost another second to Mettler. So whatever Mettler's doing, I mean, I don't know. He just put Jason Bauer a lap down. So 9 cars on the lead lap. Jason Day is the last car on the lead lap. I tell you who wants a caution is this driver right here. He wants one. See the rotor's glowing on that thing. Lucky Dog's coming back out on track. Looks like Mettler may have gotten a little sideways there. He's got to be careful with that. I mean, we're just shy of 50 laps to go. He's going to burn that right rear off. I mean, for right now, you can't really say much. I mean, almost 5 seconds now on Lagunas. I don't... It's insane. One mistake for anybody. That's it, your race is over. Like I said, these guys are just so spread out. I mean, Zimmerman is kind of making a charge. I mean, he's up to fourth, but that's only because Harris had that incident. And, I mean, he's catching up to Wellman. He's got to get around him. And then he's got another 2 seconds up to Lagunes. And he's actually about 6 seconds off from Mettler. So, I mean, it's time to go. 50 laps. You better start running qual laps at this point because you're running out of time. I mean, 4.5 seconds back for Lagunes. And he's just not running faster lap times right now. They're about even. It looks like Zimmy, he can't even get around the 42. It's got to be hard to pass here or something. Either the car is just that loose and it's hard to keep underneath you, or it's just that difficult to pass. I don't know. Big shout out to Jeffrey Miller, though. I mean, 31 laps down. Came back out here and is still trying to finish this thing. Realistically, he can pass Alex Harris, who is not even on the track anymore. So he's at least going to get himself up there in 11th. I keep watching the time, 4.6. Right now, Laguna is off the back bumper of Mettler. Five seconds now is the gap. Almost 5.5. Did something happen to Lagunas there? Not too sure. He's losing too much time. I mean, I think it's pretty much over unless we get a caution. 41 laps to go. Again, not a lot to talk about. Everybody's just so spaced out. Again, that's going to happen. I mean, this is your closest battle right here is Wellman, Zimmerman, and Scotty Stevens, which all three of them just got they all got into the wall right there. What a shot that was. They're all pushing too hard. I mean, as a driver, you got to be getting some kind of information to tell you what Mettler's doing, right? And when you're seeing the gap just keep increase, you got to change something up. Oh, Tanner Moore. Did he save it? He did. He big time sideways off the corner. Raymond now on the back bumper. Ooh, I think Mettler may have gotten the wall a little bit right there. And there's no need for him to overdrive it now. That's the thing. No need. Just keep riding. You got it right now. Gap is 5.7 seconds. Laguna's got the wall right there. Like I said, I think these guys, like, they're just driving too hard. I mean, Mettler's only running 18.4s. Everybody else is in the 5s. The only other person in the 4s that lap was Scotty Stevens back in 5th. But I mean, 7 seconds here in about 30 laps. That's just, I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's just not doable. Working on the back bumper is Zimmy. Just nowhere to go right now for the number 2. I'm wondering if dirty air or something is causing these guys not being able to pass each other, because I mean, it is, these three have been nose to tail for, good Lord, the last 20, 30 laps. Scotty Stevens got a chance to make a move right there. Zimmy messed up coming off the corner. He just doesn't take it. $25 laps to go. And Mettler. Problems for Mettler. He's really slow. What's going on? Mettler has big time problems. He's lost 2 seconds already. I think he's blown a tire. Man, he is really slow. He's a full second or so off the pace. Did he just? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I'm confused. I mean, it's like he slowed down to let them catch up. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, if you're going to win, you're going to win. Why would you... No, fuel should not be an issue. I think he backed it up trying to make it interesting, but he still got almost a 3-second lead, so what was the point? I don't know how I feel about that. Good to see you, Steven. I mean, if it goes caution free, it goes caution free, right? You just take that win and run, man. I would never be lifting like that. Jeff Gordon, 4-second rule. Like I said, he's doing it again. I mean, 15 laps to go, like, just go. Like, what are you doing? Like, unless he is blowing tires or like, I don't know. I don't. That's weird, man. I'm at a loss. I don't know what to say. That doesn't really make it fun. You know what I mean? Like, calling it at least. I don't know. Let it play out, I guess. Eleven laps to go. Zimmy got up to third. Something happened to Wellman. Wellman had a pit stop. Wellman get fuel only? Because Wellman had a fuel, something damage? I don't know. Not sure what's going on there. 9 to go. Well, Lagunas has a chance now. I don't know. I would have just walked away with it. That's bragging rights, right? Like, why wouldn't you? Coming out of turn 4, going to be 6 laps to go. Battling down pit road. Is fuel an issue? He might have been saving there. Okay, now I'm really confused. 4 to go. Miller on pit road. And down and away. 6.47 stop, fuel only. Okay. I really thought he was just backing up. Like, I guess he was maybe trying to save fuel. I don't know. That's crazy. Two to go. I mean, Roman and him stopped. Now remember, they took off. Yeah, they took off. Beginning of it. Hunter Lagunes can't get to pit road. White flag in the air for Brian Zimmerman. What? Okay. Oh, Scotty Stevens gonna send it down in. Is Zimmy out of fuel? Zimmy's out of fuel. What? That's what it was. He wasn't backing up. He was saving fuel. Scotty Stevens. How about it? What? I really thought Mellor was backing up, trying to make things interesting. Hey, I've been wrong before. Scotty Stevens with the win. How about it, man? Fuel. Yeah. Zimmerman almost had it. I don't know what to say. It makes sense now, though, because Wellman and Mettler both were up at the front real early, and they pulled away. And, yeah. Wow. All right, then. What? Okay. Lost for words here. Lost for words. Give me 1 second here, everybody. That's not even giving me race results. Ew. What's going on with the SDK tonight? Doing some weird stuff. All right, you know what? Let's just bring up P3. Let's talk to him. That's Brian Zimmerman in the number 28. So Brian, I'm going to tell everybody this. That whole time, me and Steven's out in chat, by the way. We're wondering what Mettler was doing. We had no idea you guys were that close on fuel. So we thought he was just backing up to make things interesting. And lo and behold, he's trying to save fuel, comes down pit road. You take the lead. You denied the back-to-front challenge. You almost had it coming out of turn 4. Walk me through this race, because that was – I'm at a loss for words.
Well, first off, I got to apologize to Jason. Spun him on the first lap. I got a bad start. I missed a shift and tried to make it up on that next lap and get up under him, and I turned him. It really messed his tires up for the rest of the night. So my apologies, Jason Day. I hate I turned him early in the race like that. Yeah, as soon as that happened, I came over the mic and said, yes, Sam, I will accept that back-to-front challenge, but it was a lap too late. So, but no, man, I realized with about 65 to go, it's going to be really close. And I was saving the best I could, and Scotty Stevens got up behind me, and I could not save any more than I was saving, or he would have got around me. And I missed it by a half a lap. I run out going into 3. So I yelled out to Scotty, go outside. I didn't want him to wreck, and him and Jason were able to race it out. But, man, that was a good race. I'm sure it was hard for y'all to know what was going on in the booth. But, yeah, we've all realized with about 60 to go, it was going to be really close, and everybody started to go into save mode. Some hadn't been saving long enough, and a couple of them ran out, and Kyle was going to run out, and the Mettler, he didn't save enough early. So, man, 2 turns. All I needed was just 0.1, and I just didn't have it. But congratulations to Scotty Stevens. He ran me clean all night. He was on my tail the last 60 laps. little bit faster than I was because I was still trying to save in front of him, but he never touched me one time. So congratulations to him on the win. Jason Raymond, he felt like he was off on speed all night, but he did well, come in second. So congratulations to those guys. They ran a great race, and man, I hate it for Mettler. He was definitely the fastest car out here tonight. It just turned into a fuel mileage race and didn't work out for him.
Well, you pretty much gave us all the information we needed there because, like I said, we had no idea what was going on up here. But who you got to thank on number 28?
Well, thank Tanner Marr for throwing on the league and the guys at Five Kings and all those guys out there watching Steve and them. They always fun running with him, but especially you, man, being up in the booth. It's nice to have you back. I know you got your computer you're looking to rebuild, and you was wanting to do that today, but you decided to broadcast instead, so we appreciate that. And just a shout out to you for all you do for the league, man. We appreciate it.
Appreciate the kind words there, Zimmy. We'll let you get back up there, and see you next week.
See you, buddy. Have a good evening.
Brian Zimmerman, driver number 28. I'd give him a quarter of a lap short. He was one turn shy. One turn shy. Well, all right, what's next? Looks like we got Jason Raymond. Let's bring him up. That's Jason Raymond, driver number 49. Now, Jason, last week, you kind of, I don't want to say lucked into a win, but you got the win by default. This week, you were not confident in the car, in the track whatsoever. Turned into a fuel mileage race. You come home in second. Walk me through it.
Yeah, I mean, obviously last week I didn't want to win the race like that, but I mean that is what it is. But tonight I was struggling the whole time. I couldn't keep the car under me in practice, and I thought it was going to be a really long night for me. And starting last because of the EOL from the win the week before, I knew I had to save the tires because obviously USA and the street stocks, I blew a tire. So I knew I was just going to save tires for a while. And I honestly, for a while there, thought I was saving too much. Everybody kind of got away from me there. And I started to get it a little bit later in the run, a little bit after everybody pulled away. And I was able to catch some of those guys. And then they started talking about fuel. And I saved so much tires early in the race and so hard early in the race that I was so good on fuel. I was clear. So I started pushing really hard there, and I think if I made a different decision on that last lap, I didn't realize Zimmy was fully out of fuel. I could have shoved it 3 wide in the middle, and maybe it would have been a little bit different, but I will definitely take the second after starting last.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, man, out of nowhere, we didn't really talk about you all night, and then here you come after struggling in practice, like you said. But, you come home in second. Great job. You did what you had to do to get a good points night, especially after last week. Almost a little bit of a redemption. But who you got to thank on the 49?
I got a ton of people to thank. First and foremost, I got to thank you for doing the broadcast every week for us. It's greatly appreciated. Love going back and watching them and seeing all the action that I might not see from the cockpit. Got to thank Crooked Line Racing for putting on the Gauntlet. It's a fun little series we're running here. It's nice doing different tracks and different cars every week. It's a little change up from what we used to do here. All the guys over at Five Kings Motorsports and all the sponsors associated with them. We got Elite Performance Industries, thebuttkicker.com, Savage Edge Apparel, BAM Racing Videos, USA Firearms, and then my personal sponsors. I got the Bar and Package Store, PRVL, Tile Chief Floor and Wall Coverings, and just want to say congrats to Scotty on the win. That was a fun one for sure.
All right, man. Hey, congratulations again on second place, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Jason Raymond, driver the number 49, coming home in second. Now, the man with the plan that we haven't talked to in a long time, that's Scotty Stevenson, the number 2. Scotty, you managed to pull it. First of all, we had no idea it was going to be a fuel mileage race up here in the booth. But Zimmy said he was trying to save in front of you. You had Raymond behind you the whole time. You could throw a blanket over you guys the whole night pretty much. When did you know you were either good to go the rest of the way, or when you realized you had to start saving? Kind of walk me through it.
Well, I'll be honest with you, man. This is an Alex Bowman win. I just backed right into it. I had no idea it was going to come down to a fuel mileage race. I didn't look at fuel, start the race, none of that. I had a strong feeling it was going to be a tire strategy. 125 laps here at Nashville. It's hot. It's slick. you wear that right rear tire out, you're pretty much toast. So early on, I was just saving tires, barely hitting the rev limiter at the end of the straightaways, taking it real easy. It's probably about lap 50. I was like, okay, it's time to go. And well, by that time, everybody else was time for everyone else to go. Tried to get around Zimmy. I just couldn't do it. Took a peak low a couple times on him. Car just wouldn't stick. Couldn't get a run on the high side on him. So yeah, just backed into it, man.
Well, hey, man, regardless, a win is a win. My question is, that last corner, did you think Zimmy was going to run out of fuel? And what was your kind of plan of attack once you noticed he was slowing up? Because you still had Raymond behind you, right? So what were you thinking there coming to the checkered flag?
Yeah, definitely Raymond, man. He came on really strong the last 5 or 10 laps there. But no, Lagunas ran out. I was like, okay, it's between me and Zimmy. I knew it was going to be tough to stick it down low, but that was my whole intentions there, was going into 3 and 4, try to dive bomb him. You know, maybe we do, maybe we don't, make a little bit of contact, whatever. Make it an interesting finish, and then all of a sudden he pulls down low, and I got to react to that, and I kind of go way higher than I really wanted to, and I thought Raymond was going to stick it up under there. I don't know if he just couldn't stick it or what the deal was, but yeah, totally unexpected for Zimmy to run out there going into turn 3.
Well, hey, man, win's a win, as I always say. You put yourself in the right place at the right time. But you got to thank on the number 2.
Oh, USA Firearms, Tanner for throwing this on, you for broadcasting it, and the great pit crew. Didn't have to use them tonight, but they were there for support.
You always got to appreciate that. Well, hey, Scotty, again, congratulations, your first win of this season. Hopefully we'll talk to you a little bit more throughout the season. Hopefully get a couple more wins. Other than that, congratulations again, and we'll talk to you hopefully next week.
All right, buddy.
Scotty Stevens, driver of the number 2 machine, coming home with the win. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it here on True Sim Productions for the Gauntlet race number 3. We'll catch you next week, same time, same channel, for race number 4. We'll see you then, everybody.